Hey, good morning, guys. This is going to be a Draftkings and Fanduel Thursday night football showdown video. So, last night, last night, I hit, I hit in a bunch of contests, but I didn't really get to play in the contests that I wanted to. But I played in a few lower dollar contests. I hit. I posted on my Instagram and my Twitter as usual. Um, Hopefully some of you guys hit also. You can let me know. You can let me know in the comments in this video or the baseball video that I put out next. Um, Other than that, we get started on the video. So these showdown slates, these showdown slates, you do need to use a little bit of strategy when playing showdowns because the thing is, player pool is going to be very small and everybody's going to be playing the same people. So, you know, and the thing is, with a lot of people, we make our lineups to be safe. Just to hit. We don't play to win. We play the cash. To win something, but you don't play to win. Because if you play to win, that means you're gonna take a chance. That means you're gonna put somebody out there that most people won't think of. Um, if you're really trying to win, you put somebody out there that most people won't think of. You put them at captain, and that's how you end up getting takedowns. And if you ever look back at lineups after the contests are over, you'll be looking at this lineup like, what? Why? Like, why would you play him? But they end up winning all the money. So you got to really think outside the box when you're playing these showdown slates. I'm gonna give you two lineups for DraftKings, two lineup builds for DraftKings, two lineup builds for FanDuel. I know we're all thinking defensive game, and usually what you go into thinking doesn't happen. So I'm gonna put out a defensive um, lineup, and then a lineup for a defensive game, and then I put a lineup for a shootout. That way, either way it goes, we still have a chance. So let's get started. So, I made a lineup a couple of days ago, and when I ran my crunches, the same lineup popped up. So maybe it's for a reason, but this is gonna be my offensive lineup. And at captain, I'm gonna play Kenny Galladay. Playing Kenny Galladay, playing a wide receiver. It only makes sense. You follow it up with his quarterback. Daniel Jones, he's probably gonna be 100% owned, and that's because he gives you opportunities to score touchdowns on the ground. Flex, I said this is an offensive game, so I'm going to need Washington's best running back, Antonio Gibson. You have Antonio Gibson. He does catch passes in the backfield. With that being said, grab his quarterback. See, these showdown slates really isn't, rocket science. You just got to make it make sense. Wide receiver, quarterback, running back, quarterback. Next to my flex, I'm going to pick up Kyle Rudolph, 3.2K. And last but not least, I'm going to pick up Dustin Hopkins. So you got Kenny Galladay, Daniel Jones, Antonio Gibson, Kyle Rudolph, Dustin Hopkins. Taylor Heineke. If this game turns into, a little bit of an offensive match, then at least you got your bases covered. But you're gonna want to hope that it's going um, the Giants' way. You got Daniel Jones, Galladay, Rudolph. Antonio Gibson's gonna get a um, he's gonna get a lot of touches. That's why you need him in your lineup. Heineke, I mean, we don't know what we're gonna get out of him, but you're gonna want to be ahead of it in case he does throw a couple touchdowns. Because if you don't have him, he throws a couple touchdowns. You're out of it. So let's get this out of here. Now let's get another lineup going. Actually, I changed my mind. Let me give you a lineup with Daniel Jones as quarterback, as captain. Y'all guys got to excuse me. I just woke up. My brain is still sleeping. Alright, there we go. So we're going to do Daniel Jones, Taylor Heineke. Taylor Heineke, you want to match him with McLaurin. If you have McLaurin, you want to match him with Sterling Shepard. And then because of the pricing, we go back to Rudolph and Hopkins. Usually in these showdown slates, you're gonna find somebody too cheap or somebody that somebody that's cheap and somebody you're comfortable with. So a kicker is usually safe, and Kyle Rudolph. If he gets if Daniel Jones throws it to him, then he pays off his ticket. He doesn't need much to pay off. 3.2K. I've been hearing a lot of people talk about Dyami Brown, but I'll wait till closer to the game to see exactly what his role is going to be tonight. If anything changes, we'll put it in the comments. But as of now, I want to keep this player pool. I want to keep this player pool nice and tight. Another way you can go, if you feel like this is going to be a Washington game, you can pull out Shepard and put in Logan Thomas. I will have lineups with Logan Thomas in it. So you wanna keep the player pool tight and just mix and match. But have a game theory in your head. However you feel the game is gonna go, put those players to correspond with it. You're not just picking players just to pick players. You gotta have some type of strategy. Have some type of strategy in your head. But the player pool is very, very small for this game. Should be a defensive game. So there is a small possibility that I do a Washington defense at captain, follow that up with the kicker, and then running back. That means that Washington is leading With that being said, then you need the Giants wide receivers if they're playing from behind. Sterling Shepard. You could do two wide receivers. You could do Daniel Jones, but he's probably fumbled or threw an interception. So that's how you got to look at it. I'll put in Heineke if his team is winning, and then probably McLaurin if you think Washington is going to flat out beat the Giants. So you got Washington defense, Washington's kicker, Washington's running back, Washington's quarterback, and Washington's wide receiver. And then you run it back with Sterling Shepard in case they're playing from behind. So this is definitely another lineup I'm going to be using. It's going to be my defensive lineup. So you end up getting 3 lineups out of me today for DraftKings. Don't ever say I didn't give you nothing. Alright? So, with that being said, let's jump over to FanDuel. So for FanDuel, let me see. Let me see what the optimizers are saying right now. Even though I already did make a lineup for, even though I made a lineup for FanDuel already. For FanDuel, I'm definitely gonna have a few lineups with Daniel Jones at MVP, and that's only because of his rushing upside. I'm gonna pair him up. I'm gonna pair him up with Sterling Shepard. I'm gonna accompany him with Kenny Galladay. I'm gonna run him back with Terry McLaurin, and then we got 11K left. I would do Dustin Hopkins or Logan Thomas. Everybody's gonna have that lineup. Everybody's gonna have this lineup, so keep that in mind. So what you want to do is you probably want to swap him out. You could put in. I wouldn't put in Slayton. I wouldn't put in 3 wide receivers. I would put in, or you could put in the Giants kicker to be different. That means that Daniel Jones is having himself a game. 1 or 2 of his receivers are having himself a game, and then the kicker is, he's getting opportunities. So there's a lot of money on the table. You could go any way you want. Any way you think this game is gonna go, you can literally make it work. Because pricing is very loose. A lineup I'm gonna use to be a little bit different. I'm gonna put Terry McLaurin at MVP. I'm gonna pair him up with Taylor. Pair him up with Logan Thomas. Run that back with Sterling Shepard. And 12K left. Kenny Galladay. Like I said, player pool is very small. There's no need to really, jump outside the box. if closer to lock, you hear somebody might be moving up in position, moving up in a spot, wide receiver 3, something like that. Somebody's inactive, somebody's not playing, somebody got hurt, COVID. Just keep your ears to the news. And, you know, if there's a new player in the pool that might give an edge, someone that everybody else might not be thinking about, then you play him. Other than that, um, getting your MVP and your captain right is what's gonna set you apart also. So I might even try to line it with no quarterbacks, just position players. But you gotta really think outside the box when you're playing these showdowns, because you got thousands of people playing the same lineup. Nobody wants that. You know what I'm saying? You wanna set yourself apart. You know. So that's going to be the end of the video. Any questions? Any comments? Put it in the comments. My Instagram and Twitter are linked. So you can hit me up on Instagram, hit me up on Twitter, whatever you like. Um, and I'll be dropping the baseball videos shortly for the main slate. I believe baseball's starting early today, so I'll put my video out as soon as possible. Um, if you're playing football tonight, good luck. And I'll talk to you guys in a few. Alright? In the next video. Alright, bye.